Internet, this is That One Stickman, and today we will be doing part 3 of 4 of the photo batch series of StickXplain. And so last week we did various Red Force characters. The week before we did some Sam Stickman characters. And so yeah, this week we'll have some new stuff, and I hope you enjoy it. And with that, let's get started. So this one is kind of interesting. It's got 4 different ones on it. I'll explain them left to right, and I guess I'll do the top one first, and then I'll do the bottom one. So on the left, we have Silly Putty, who in the last video who is based off of, can you guess it, Silly Putty? No. And he can transform into a bunch of different things. He has 3 eyes. It was actually made by sort of a mistake, because I got bored drawing, and so a bunch of people asked, hey, what's that? And so I thought of something for it. But yeah. And so I talked about the weird Sam Stick Silly Putty fusion last episode. So there's that. But yeah, overall he's actually one of my favorite characters. I just think he's pretty cool. Then in the middle we have Matt Marco. And Matt Marco sort of has an interesting story, because Elliot Eraser and Matt Marco was kind of a duo, and I was originally intending for Matt Marco to be the main character and Elliot Eraser to be the sidekick, but that didn't turn out that way just because Elliot Eraser was so much more popular than Matt Marco. But yeah, Matt Marco has power to create things. He's basically one of those weird 3D pen things, like a year or two before the 3D pen things came out. I know. So yeah, that is Matt Marco. Oh yes, one last thing. I actually featured Matt Marco on my last episode. Well, I know a bunch of previous episode callbacks. About with the cubes. I had a Matt Marco cube. So there's that. Alright. Sorry. Next we have Elliot Eraser, who is on the top right. And he has the power to erase anything except Erasonium, and that does include Matt Marco's stuff. But yeah, I already talked mostly about Elliot Eraser when I was talking about Matt Marco. But another thing is he's also pretty intelligent, and he's also an engineer, which is why he had the goggles in episode 1 with that alternate characters thing. And on the bottom right, we have Leoline, who doesn't really have any special powers except she is made out of lines, so there's that. But yeah, that's those 4 characters and explained in some sort of detail. Oh yeah, Leoline's pretty cool. Sorry. But yeah, that's those 4 characters explained in detail, and on to the next set. So this trio is kind of interesting. This is based off of all one person, really. But I made a character for him, and he wanted me to make another character, so I decided to. But yeah, it's sort of interesting. I'll do the first 2 I'll do the rightmost 2, and then I'll do the left one, because that one's kind of interesting. So the one in the middle is Gavin Green, and he is pretty cool. I made him before Tosh Turquoise, and he has a staff, and I'm pretty sure he's good at firing, on the subject of ranged weapons, he's good at using ranged weapons, but not so good against blocking against ranged weapons. Just something kind of interesting. So yeah, and he's also the mentor to Tosh Turquoise. And so that he's also very good with the staff. He's part of the color dimension. And yeah, that's about it for Tosh Turquoise. Oh, for Gavin Green. And now on to Tosh Turquoise. He is the opposite. First off, on the subject of ranged weapons, he is good at deflecting them, but not so good at using them. So something sort of interesting there. They both use melee weapons. Tosh uses a giant axe. And some of you may know I actually had a movie of a Sam Stick Live movie, and I made an axe at Gen Con, and I used it for Tosh Turquoise. I'll show it real quick. Okay, we're back. It's a pretty huge axe. Yeah. So yeah, that's just the axe. Wanted to show you that. Sorry. And so, yeah, that's it for Tosh Turquoise. He's got a pretty cool axe. He's the apprentice to Gavin Green, and also is part of Color Dimension. Now the one on the left is Gokhan Gold. And he is a character, I'm pretty sure has a crossbow. The friend made his own Color Dimension series about the about Tosh Turquoise and stuff. And so that was, I'm pretty sure that was a character from there. I'm pretty sure you're out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, friend. You know who you are. If you're watching. Okay, but yeah, that's all I really know about him. I honestly don't know too much about him, but yeah. So that is it for this batch, and now on to the third batch for today. Okay, so this is the final four for today, and speaking of final four, I will start in the top left, because I'm certain you all are probably a bit confused. So yeah, this is this is Stickville All-Stars variant of Dan, I think, because I'm pretty sure Sam didn't play basketball. I'd have to look that up. I'll post that later when I find it. But yeah, according to the Sam Stick blog, I'm pretty sure he didn't play basketball. But yeah, that is Stickville All-Stars thing. It's a sports thing that I decided to do. So yeah, there's that. Then bottom left, we have Page Point, who I made for a small game that I'm still working on. Yeah, the special thing about him is that he can shrink in size, but he cannot grow in size. So once he shrinks, yes, he can only get smaller. Something kind of interesting about him. But anyway, top right is Peter Paintball. He's a pretty cool bad guy with a bunch of different paintball weapons, and each of his paints do something different. With, like, his yellow paint is like electricity, his blue is like a water-based paint, red is it's like a flame paint, and he has a bunch of different ways of doing it, from like a skateboard to a giant paint tube. He also has a jetpack, because jetpack's cool. Yeah, so, and then the last one, bottom right, is, I'm pretty sure that's Dan Doodle. And he's in a weird pose like that because he's supposed to be crawling. Because he's sneaking. But yeah, I'm not a very good person who draws stuff like that. So yeah, that's Dan Doodle. I decided that's cool. But yeah, that is episode 3 of the photo batch. This StickXplain photo batch series. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, that one's Stickman out. Happy summer!